These EMCC vehicles, we're very proud of having them within our fleet, and it's Ringway owned. It allows these vehicles to control the traffic to a minimum of 20 miles per hour, and it holds it back, and it keeps the zone sterile, and it allows our own staff to put the taper out knowing that there's no vehicles coming their way because they're safe from their elements.
We know that a safe area has been installed for us. We know there's nothing there, and anything does break through past the vehicle, the signal will be sent through to our warning device, and we know something's coming, and we can then make safe and wait for that hazard to pass.
We found it totally unacceptable that we put our people at a potential risk when crossing the carriageways, when driving an impact protection vehicle. An impact protection vehicle is the only vehicle that we've got in a fleet that is designed to be hit. And that for us now is just not right. So by moving towards or transitioning towards this new technique, that removes that risk.
Right, so we're going to be establishing a lane 1 closure on the M5 between junction.
You are passionate about all the people you put to work. A lot of us have unfortunately been to incidents where people have sadly lost their lives, and it makes it all the more important to us to make sure that we can protect everybody who works for us. This is a way forward for the industry for traffic management, and allowing a maintenance contractor to undertake traffic management in a safer way than we've normally been allowed to do.
We need our people to have, the safest environment we can. It's the thing that keeps all operations managers and divisional managers awake at night, that phone call. You've got traffic coming past you within a metre of you, doing it in excess of 80, 90, 100 mile an hour at times.
In the time I've worked on an high-speed network, I really didn't expect to see a contractor being able to guide the traffic alone without the police assistance or National Highways. I think it's absolutely outstanding.
I'm phenomenally pleased that Ringway are piloting it as an M&R provider for National Highways. And it's not about being first, it's about pushing to be safer for all. It's great that Ringway are doing it, and yes, there'll be other companies that are doing it. We have to keep pushing to make it safer for our people, for our suppliers, subcontractors that work in these areas, our own people that work in these areas, and for the road user. And we cannot stand still.
I'd want everybody to be considering using this as a way of being safe. And if this capability is on board, why wouldn't you want to use it to keep people safer? What EMCC does is helps us protect our traffic management workers as they put out cones by slowing traffic down and controlling the traffic as we do those really dangerous first and last movements.
The yellow box here is for your beacons on the back of the board. We've also got the switch here which puts a red X on. This box here, you've got your stop panic button when you get a breakthrough, which will send a signal to the unit on the works vehicles. And this switch here, if I turn it to the right hand side, it changes the prisms on the back to the convoy vehicle do not overtake sign. These are the warning devices for the works vehicles, where we hit the panic button in the cab, it sends a signal through these, and a high-pitched alarm will go off, and it'll flash red to warn the works party that there's a breakthrough in the vehicle is coming through.
So we will definitely know there's something coming through, and we all need to get out of the way, basically. We do the job for so many years, and you have got your life in someone else's hands a lot of time. That, obviously, by having the traffic not there, you can get on and get your job done a little bit quicker and safer.
So when we saw EMCC, it was a case of, we must do this. What really strikes me is when I talk to people over the course of the training that we did, is that the passion, the enthusiasm and the real sense of pride and the achievement that they could get from creating that safe working space for everybody.
The differences it can make to my operatives is brilliant. And obviously being on the front line myself and understanding the risks they're put in, anything we can do as a company to make them safer, it doesn't matter the cost when it comes to people's lives.
This will take that risk exposure away from those frontline teams in there, and it will be a much safer place, not only for them, but the travelling public as well.
This method allows us to be able to get home at the end of the day, which is totally massive to anybody who's not probably worked on a strategic road network before, but it really means a lot to me and to my family that I could get home safe.
I want my dad to come back at night time. I want my mum to come back safely at night.